Good morning and welcome back everybody to episode 33 of Quickfire Crypto, where we keep you informed on a bi-daily basis. If you're interested in keeping up to date on all things crypto, then subscribe to the channel. We put out a new video every day. So today we're going to be talking about CoinDesk's article, and it's part of their policy section, and it's written by Cheyenne Ligon. And it's about two Estonian citizens that have been charged with running a series of crypto scams totaling over $500 million. And so this should be good, and it's really nice to be, although this is a criminal case with victims involved, obviously it's not good. It's nice to be able to talk about something that's not FTX related, because FTX has just dominated the news, well, the crypto news, but not just that, the financial news. You see on Bloomberg and CNBC and Squawk Box, it's all over. So, according to the Department of Justice, the two men used shell companies to launder the proceeds of their fraudulent schemes and buy luxury cars and real estate in Estonia. Federal prosecutors in Washington state have charged two Estonian citizens with running a series of crypto scams that allegedly defrauded hundreds of thousands of investors around the world of a combined $575 million. According to the indictment released on Monday, Sergei Potapenko and Ivan Churogin, both 37-year-old residents of Tallinn, Estonia, were partners in a series of interconnected fraudulent schemes using cryptocurrency. The two defendants allegedly used a variety of shell companies to launder the proceeds of their schemes and spent investor funds on luxury cars and real estate in Estonia. Their first company, Hashcoins, which launched in December 2013, purported to be a manufacturer of crypto mining equipment and took orders and payment in full, of course they did, from customers who wanted to purchase miners. However, according to the indictment, Hashcoins never manufactured anything. Instead, it resold mining equipment purchased on the open market and found reasons to delay the shipment of the majority of its sales. Now, this is common actually in the mining world, and in that when it comes to proof of work algorithms like Bitcoin, Monero, well, maybe this doesn't apply to Monero, but proof of work algorithms, Ethereum used to be proof of work, it's now proof of stake. Bitcoin is proof of work and probably forever will be proof of work. If you as an individual want to buy, decide that, for example, you decide that your electricity costs are low, or maybe you've got solar power, so your energy is almost free, and you think, right, well, I might just, spin up a Bitcoin miner. I'll buy an ASIC mining computing machine, and I'll spin it up, and I'll start making a profit. I'll sell that Bitcoin that I make, and everything will be great. But what happens is that all these, China has a real dominance in the ASIC mining industry, and they basically make all of them. I don't know a single country that makes ASIC miners, which are the specific machines needed to mine Bitcoin in particular. That is, I don't know a single other country other than China that makes them, even like any at all. So I think that China makes the whole of the world's ASICs for Bitcoin mining. But if you want to buy one, you go out there and buy one. You buy one on a website, and it costs you about $10,000. Let's say you want one that's up to date, and they would purposefully delay. It's really common that they purposefully delay the delivery, and they actually use that mining machine in China before they deliver it, and they'll email you and say, oh, there's been a delay. You'll get your machine 3 months later. But what they've actually done is they've been using that machine to mine Bitcoin itself, and then after they sell it to you, just to increase the profits. It's really common, and it's total con, and it's just very common. So it's something to watch out. If you are thinking about mining Bitcoin in particular, obviously Ethereum's moved to proof of stake now, so that doesn't apply. And the majority of cryptocurrencies, well, in the top 10, I would say, top 20 are all either Ethereum tokens or are proof of stake protocols. So this just doesn't apply. It's only sort of Bitcoin focused. And it looks like that these guys were doing a similar thing, selling old mining equipment but delaying its sale so that they could mine Bitcoin and profit from it before they sent the machine on to the customer. In May 2015, facing a growing number of angry customers, Potapenko and Cherogin allegedly started a second company, Hashflare. According to prosecutors, they told their clientele that orders for mining equipment would be converted to remote mining services, and instead of the physical equipment they were promised, those sending funds would receive a share of the service's profits. Now, I remember Hashflare from sort of 2016, 2017, and I remember that they were, although I didn't use them, I had been on the website and wondered what was it all about, because there were a bit of a craze on about them at the time. And what they would do is they would through a website, you would sort of donate your CPU, that's to say your hash rate, and they would use your CPU to secure the network. In this case, well, in the case that I was looking at, it was Ethereum. And what they would do is they would then mine Ethereum, so mine Ethereum blocks, and then you would get a percentage back. But it looks like what's happened is, so basically when you want using your PC, like during the night, you could use it to mine Ethereum, and you could make a small profit. And it was very small, but it was better than nothing. And it looks like what they were doing is actually just giving you a tiny percentage back, and they were actually keeping the rest for themselves, or as we'll probably read, that they were probably giving nothing back to people and keeping it all for themselves. Prosecutors, though, say Potapenko and Cherogin ran Hashflare more like a Ponzi scheme than a mining operation, and accused them of actually mining less than 1% of all the mining hash rate sold to customers. So they were selling hash rate basically, and they were actually mining 1% less than what they were telling everybody that they were mining, which is obviously fraudulent. Hashflare's customers were allegedly shown statements with fraudulent crypto balances. When customers tried to cash out, prosecutors say Potapenko and Cherogin attempted to give them the runaround, coming up with reasons why they could not pay out and making them jump through legal hoops, such as fulfilling know your customer requirements before they could be paid. While Hashflare continued to operate, Potapenko and Cherogin allegedly started another venture, Polybius Bank, which was marketed as a crypto bank based in Estonia. According to the indictment, the pair advertised an initial coin offering for the project in June 2017, which raised $25 million from investors around the world. The project fizzled shortly thereafter. I have never heard of this Polybius Bank. Just disclaimer out there, I have no idea what it is. I've never heard of it. In 2018, Hashflare announced that it was shutting down, citing rising energy costs, claiming that Bitcoin mining was no longer profitable, even as prosecutors say Potapenko and Cherogin continued mining for themselves, using miners that they'd purchased with stolen customer funds. By the time Hashflare officially shuttered in August 2019, prosecutors say it had raised a total of $550 million. This is big money. Potapenko and Cherogin are both charged with 1 count each of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, 16 counts each of wire fraud, 1 count each of conspiracy to commit money laundering. Both Potapenko and Cherogin were arrested in Tallinn in November the 20th. A jury trial has been demanded in the Western District of Washington. So it looks like those two will be getting extradited. What America wants, America usually gets. So that's what I've got for you this morning. Remember, everybody, to subscribe to the channel. Join our team. We'll keep you updated on crypto every 12 hours. Smash the like button if you feel you got value from this video, and I'll see you all in 12 hours.